you're doing a huge disservice to them. And quite frankly, if I buy something from you, because I have bought things from other network marketers. I know Shannon has a good story about this too. She spent like $100 with this lady. Lady never thanked her, lady never messaged her. Did it work? Did you like it? Did it fit? Want to reorder? Party? Nothing. I can tell you, she never went back and purchased from that gal again because she didn't feel valued. Like there's going to be a presenter out there that is going to help them figure out how to use the product, is going to tell them, thank you, was it you that said make them feel like $1 million when they do purchase from you? Like they're like, I appreciate you, thank you. I understand that you have 5 other presenter friends on your Facebook and you chose me, so thank you, right? So follow-ups are not only important because of the customer service, which is the #1 part about follow-ups, guys, customer service, so write that one down. The second priority with follow-ups is you want to share your business opportunity with those people. I always say, and Brooke's story is very personal here today because you all heard it. You not sharing the business opportunity with somebody maybe means that they are stuck in that spot where she was. Didn't look in any mirrors, was no self-confidence, was not happy with her life. Because she had this business opportunity, all of the changes that she shared were able to take place. So each time that you don't share the business opportunity, quite frankly, you're being very selfish. All because you're scared somebody's going to say no, or somebody's going to be like, that's crazy, right? So each time that you hold back, you're not giving someone the opportunity to become the butterfly that they need to become. Remember that was her wording? So I want you guys to think about that every single time that you hold back from sending a message. Another thing, because I do like money, and I am money motivated, is that for me, I'm like, if I don't ask this person, what if at some point they're going to be a black status presenter on somebody's team? I can't not share the business opportunity with them because I want them on my team, okay? So each person that you pass up, you're not giving them this opportunity to grow self-confidence, money, friendships, girl time. This table really loves girl time, like whatever it might be. You're holding that back from them. And if you want to put it like on yourself because you are money motivated, which sometimes I call the selfish thing, right? It might be costing you money. And there's nothing that's going to make you regret not sharing the business opportunity with somebody like seeing them on somebody else's team. Does that happen to anybody else? Because it has to me. Okay? So it's a very regretful thing. Third priority with the follow-up is to get a party and or a repeat order. So I want to go through, I'm going to go through all of it with you guys and how I write it out, everything. I offer the business opportunity before a party because quite frankly, women usually don't say no twice. So at the least you should get a party. Just saying, okay? The other reason I like to offer the business opportunity first is because when you are doing that party, they are the whole time, what are they thinking? Oh, so I could have made $9.75 off of that foundation, but you did instead? That's my friend, right? You planted that seed. So a lot of times somebody orders, you're making sure they love the product, they know how to use it, and I'm going to go through all those steps with you guys, right? And then you share the business opportunity, and then you end up doing a party. The whole time, you planted the seed. So if somebody wants to sign up right away, by all means, let's do it. I will help you. But honestly, my goal is to plant the seed. All about planting the seed. Why do customers make good presenters? They already have a love for the products. You already have a relationship with them. They already clearly trust you. And they already have the products so that when they join, they can start sharing about the products right away. So some customers are some of your best presenters. Now that doesn't mean you don't share the business opportunity with people that have never tried the products. Because I have had people join my team that have never tried the products. She ended up recruiting somebody who recruited somebody who recruited somebody who's now a purple status presenter on my team. Okay? So there were 3 people that went and acted in that row before the purple status presenter. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Here is a little, so everybody get out your phones, unless you're recording. I won't make you stop. Hello, everybody. So get out your phones, and you guys do not have to say these numbers out loud. Sometimes this isn't a very fun part, but I want you to go to your back office, and I'm going to let you know I'm going to show you how to find out if you're doing what you should be in follow-ups or if you have room to grow in that area. Is that a good way to put it? Yes. So go to your back office and go to wherever you can see your lifetime sales. So you can see under My Royalties if you scroll down, and you're going to be able to see your lifetime sales. So if it's $500, $1,500, yada, 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 get that number. And then I want you to go and see how many personally enrolled you have. So you're going to take your lifetime PRS and divide it by 500. So if your lifetime PRS is 12,000, that's 24. So 12,000 divided by 500, you're going to get 24, right?
Right by what?
So take your lifetime PRS and divide it by 500. Everyone's going to want to smack me in a minute. That is how many personally enrolled you should have if you're doing your follow-ups. So if it says you should have 24 personally enrolled and you have 12, that means you have an area you can grow in, which look at it as exciting. Maybe you want to kind of smack yourself in the face a little bit because you lost a lot of opportunity, but look at it as exciting because this is a great area that you can grow in. So the math again is take your lifetime PRS, divide it by 500. That's how many personally enrolled presenters you should have. On average, every $500 in PRS that you sell equals one presenter, if you do your follow-ups. Okay? Now, if you joined last month and you have $12,000 in PRS, you're probably not going to have 24 presenters right now. But it's going to average out over the next few months. Did you have a question?
I just wanted to add something really quick.
Go for it.
Of how super crucial follow-up is in offering the opportunity. I've hit 50,000
Awesome.
in personal sales. It's awesome, but at the same time, it's like, whoa.
100 presenters.
Missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Missed opportunities, and where I'm falling short is in following up with offering the opportunity. So, right, it isn't.
Yeah.
But super, super important.
Very important. Yes. Okay, did everybody do the math? Some of you may have liked the numbers, some of you may have not, but that's why I'm going to share my follow-up process with you. And everybody wanted to talk about what today? Remember, sponsoring? Everybody's like, tell me the magic, but in reality, we're not even over here following up with our customers, and we're not even adding friends. So at some point, you're going all through those 473 original Facebook friends that you have, and then you're stuck like, how do I sponsor? And you feel frustrated, okay? So that's what literally all of this is building up to. You have to do the other things if you want to continue sponsoring and if you want to grow, okay? Yes. Yes, I just can't hear you very well.
So I'm following up with customers. I'm writing emails and following up on their product, how many years customers in the product, and asking any questions, and nobody ever responds.
Okay.
So obviously everything's fine, but they don't want to for their business.
Okay.
I work with some people that I think they probably figured they can see it work and there's an issue, but how do I get people to respond so I know everything's okay?
Well, you can't always get people to respond, but if you've built enough of a relationship with them before the sale, even if you don't know them, but you're doing Marty's question process, that's going to build, because by the time she has helped her customers find what they need and they get it, they're so excited to get it, they can't wait to message her. So you start using that, and then I don't know if you're doing every step of the follow-ups that I'm going to share, which I have found to be successful for me. I would encourage you to do it as well. Not all my customers reply to me. That is just how it is. So I think that you will start finding more will reply when you start using her questions and you find the needs for people. Okay, liquid foundation, so crazy, right? Viral, everybody wanted it. And all these people with like dry, flaky skin are like, hey, I want the liquid foundation, right? Well, honestly, liquid foundation isn't my favorite product for people that have dry skin because it dries to a matte. They probably want a BB cream. So what happens if somebody comes to you and says, hey, I want the liquid foundation, you're like, okay, hey, it's 39 bucks, here's my link, bye. They're gonna get that product. It's probably not going to work like they thought it would because it's not good for their skin and they're going to be disappointed. So if you would have taken the initial time to find out what kind of skin they had, do they want full coverage, do they want medium coverage, like whatever it might be, people actually really like it when you're like, you know what, I know that you wanted that product, but this one's actually going to be better for your skin type. They're like, oh my gosh, she cares about me. She's not here just to make $9.75. And so when we start building that relationship with people and we're actually giving, like filling in their needs, it's very powerful. So, okay, where was I? So I want to make sure you guys write down that little math equation. Lifetime PRS divided by 500 equals how many personally enrolled you should have. So if I have anybody come to me, they're like, I'm not sponsoring very well, do you know what I do? I go to my back office and I do the math every single time. And it lets me know if they're doing their follow-ups or not. And honestly, I would say probably 85% of people do not do their follow-ups like they should. So that's why we're talking about it today. It's much easier to retain a customer than find a new one. Okay? So if you are retaining your customers, they're turning into parties where you meet more people, they're turning into presenters, and or you get a repeat order, plus all the new business that you're bringing in. If you're doing your follow-ups and you're consistently working your business, you should expect to start seeing your monthly average PRS go up as well. I'm not saying like tomorrow, right? But this is what it's going to happen. So as far as follow-ups, I'm going to share exactly what I do from the second somebody orders. If you have a lot of follow-ups from back, I encourage you to start from right now. Anything that happens today forward, do this system. That's priority number 1. Priority number 2 will be going back and catching up on old ones. Okay? So at least start from now, because what's going to happen is you're like, well, I better start on January, right? And then you do January and you don't even get to May until like August. So start now and then work your way back. You need a calendar for follow-ups. I use a binder. I like a binder. You guys might have heard a lot about the binder today. I didn't train on the binder today because we did that in February. And a lot of the same people are here. My binder has my task list in it, and then it has categories. So whenever I talk to somebody about products or recruits or parties, I literally just have a category in my binder with like regular filler paper, and I go and I write their names down on it. Remember on the task list it says names from inbox, or whatever it says? Each night, you're going to scroll through your inbox, see every single person that you talk to, and you're going to go write them down on your list, whether they fall under products, parties, or a new presenter. So I have those categories in my binder, and I like a binder over a planner because I'm always putting that paper, just literally like these girls up here all have their binders, like this is just plain filler paper that they have right here, okay? I also have a calendar in there that I bought off Etsy, and I print out. John, do you have just like, so you can show how long, or whoever, this one. This is what I use for follow-ups. Yep, that one. Huh? This is for August.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Yep.
So do you see how long this is right here? I need all that space for my follow-ups, so nothing goes on my follow-up calendar but my follow-ups. I don't put in here that I need to go to the post office. I don't put in here that I need to buy groceries. It's literally a follow-up calendar. That's it. And I like it this long because of all the names that I get. And if you consistently do my system, you will have it too. So thank you for sharing that. So get a calendar that's just for your follow-ups, okay? And here's what I do. The minute somebody orders, I do 4 things, okay? I send them a thank you message with application instructions. So ideally, a video of you using the product. That's ideal. I post a thank you on my wall. And then I write their name down in 2 places in my follow-up calendar. So I'm going to repeat this. As soon as somebody orders, I send them a thank you message with application instructions. Oh my gosh, you're going to freaking love the mask so much. Cannot wait until you get it. Here's how you're going to put it on. I'm going to be checking in with you in whatever days because I can't wait to hear all about it. Okay? So again, make them feel like $1 million. Show them how to do it. Make sure they know you appreciate them. And tell them you will be checking in with them. So then I write their name down in my follow-up calendar in 2 places. I don't write down what they order because if I want to know, I just look in the back office. So that's what I do. I would rather like just be able to pull that up than have to write out 20 things Because with my follow-up system, you would be having just pages and pages and pages and pages of stuff, right? So I just access the back office. If you have something else or you want to make like little notes off to the side, by all means do it, but I don't. You're going to write their name down. So they order today, it's Saturday. You're going to write their name down in between a week and a half to 2 weeks out. That's what I do. And why I say a week and a half to 2 weeks is because I do follow-ups 2 days a week. So I just put it on the day that makes the most sense, okay? So like I do my follow-ups, but actually I do it depending on the week because of my crazy schedule. But say you're doing follow-ups on Monday and Thursday. If Monday is a week, you might put it on Thursday, okay? So you're gonna write their name down a week and a half to 2 weeks out, and you're also gonna write it down 8 weeks later. So as soon as they order, write it down a week and a half to 2 weeks out. And that also depends, you know, you have a couple weekends in there, you have holidays, like whatever it might be. And then you're gonna, write their name down 8 weeks out. The 8 weeks out, I put any order, it doesn't matter what they're getting, unless it's primarily skincare or something that might last a little bit longer, I might go later, but I almost always, without fail, put their reorder date down for 8 weeks. Because mascara might last 6, and foundation might last 3 months or whatever, I just do 8 weeks. Reach out to them, good to go. It keeps it a lot more simple for me because I do have a lot of customers as well. So if I'm trying to constantly like tailor it to each thing, it starts getting confusing. So my thing is 8 weeks. Now, every time, so you're gonna open your binder, your calendar, whatever it is, every single day, you're going to see whose name is on that day and you know to message them, right? They're in your follow-ups, okay? The minute that you message somebody, they're on your calendar, you message them, you don't wait to see if they reply, nothing, you write them down again in your calendar. Because if you don't always write them down again, you will forget them. So my rule is, if I message them, I write them down again. And we all, does anybody else get stuck on like time frames? Because my team does. They're like, well, it hasn't been 7 days and 3 minutes and 2 seconds, so I don't know if I can message them. The important thing is that you actually write them down and you do message them. So don't get caught so much on the time frame. You do want it to be timely so you can make sure they love their product and things. But my advice is don't get so caught up on the time frame that you stress yourself out over where to put them in your calendar so that you just stop using it. Because it's more important to follow up than not to follow up at all. So, also, message every single customer every month about the kudos. Jordan Philbeck taught me that. Do you guys know who she is?
Yeah.
She's a total boss. She has like 15, 18 first generation elites. Yeah. So when that woman speaks, I listen. So that's something that she taught me. For me, I don't write the kudos follow-ups in my calendar. I go to my back office and I just start scrolling through the names and messaging. That's what I do. So if something else works for you, go for it. I mean, for me, I'm like, well, why would I write down 200 names or whatever it might be every month on the 2nd or on the 1st? Because I can just go to the back office and look. And because I'm in the back office, I can see what they've ordered before too. So if the Kudos has an eyeshadow palette in it, and they have palette number 3, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I know how much you love your eyeshadow palette. We actually have a special on it, yada, 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 right? So it helps you also tailor the message to them. So how I actually do, especially when I'm messaging about the Kudos, is I like to use my laptop. It makes it easier. I open my website under my orders up, and then I start just scrolling down through the orders, and you know how the order number is pink? I hover over it, right click, open a new tab. So then I go through each page and I have like what, 10 on them, right? So I have 10 tabs open. And then I just start going to them. And I'm like, okay, who was it? What did they order? I go message them. As soon as I'm done messaging them, I close the tab. So it might sound like it's quite a process. It's really not. And then you have all the information that they need right there. So again, that's what I do. And that also can pertain to, you can do a follow-up as far as a special. So you know how I message minimum of 5 people every day about the business opportunity, right? Every night I go through my inbox and I write down all the people I talked to about the business opportunity in my notebook of filler paper, right? If a kit special comes out, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go grab that category of all the people I've talked to about the business, and I have everybody right there that I need to go message. Okay? So that's another big reason that I keep all of those different categories. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So you will start getting, you will start sponsoring from your follow-ups. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. Again, it's all about planting the seeds. So it doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. You just have to be patient. You just have to be consistent. You just have to keep going with it. So this month, if you're doing your follow-ups how you should, if you had a high PRS month last month, you should have so many people signing up, you don't know what to do. Okay? So, what?
I was just playing funny with my girls.
One of, actually Shannon's Elite that's in Canada, she sold 50 kudos last month.
Wow.
Something super crazy high. And she already has like 8 recruits this month. And you know what she does? Task list, binder, follow-ups, without fail. And there's absolutely, it is not a coincidence that that just happened. It's because she uses the system and she actually works it. So one of the ways you can sponsor is through follow-ups. It's going to be one of your best ways to sponsor. I am also what I call an active sponsor, meaning that I reach out and share the business opportunity to people. So if you're not an active sponsor, it means that you're posting and praying and waiting for people to come to you, and your business will not be growing very fast. So if you're wanting to grow your business fast, be an active sponsor. Put yourself out there, share your business opportunity with people. Here's a video, little playlist that I want you guys to watch on YouTube. And the videos are super short, so it won't take you very long. It's Sarah Robbins, Overcoming Obstacles. She is good. She's successful, so again, I listen. Sarah Robbins, Overcoming Obstacles. So you can find it on YouTube. There's a playlist, I think, of like 6 videos, 2 to 3 minutes each. You guys, it is gold. Almost every, I'm going to call them excuses because they are, that people give us for why they can't join is honestly just them not having faith that they can actually do this. And it presents itself as, I don't have the money. I mean, I can go get a new tattoo, buy a new purse, but I can't start a business.
I love it.
I don't know anybody to sell to. I don't know how to apply makeup. I don't have time. And while some things might be more legitimate for some people than others, I promise you, if you told somebody, I'm going to give you $1,000, all you have to do is give me $99 and you can go get it, they wouldn't say, I don't have the money. They wouldn't say, I don't have time to drive to Spokane. They would find the $99. They call their mama, they get a credit card. They'd be peddling stuff on Craigslist. So it's all about if you really want it, okay? Which really comes back to like a belief in yourself. So I want you guys to watch those videos because it's how I learned a lot with overcoming obstacles. We put it out there and we share the business opportunity, and then somebody's like, yeah, I want more information, or we're like, oh my God, what do I say? Anybody felt that way? Or the other thing we do is, okay, the kid is $99, that's $360 worth of makeup in it, and I joined in April, and I'm already a pink status presenter, and I made $73 last month, and my sponsor is a black status presenter, and we have 97 products in our line, and the foundation is amazing, and you're just like, ugh, right? I've had network marketers, we've all word vomited, me included. I've had network marketers message me, and the message is just like so long. I don't even want to read it, right? It's so much information. And honestly, when you provide that much information to your people, it's overwhelming. Because then they're like, oh my gosh, there's all this stuff I have to know, and I don't know all of it. Okay? So make sure that you don't word vomit. In a way that I worked through not word vomiting is when somebody messaged me, I would mark the message as unread so I could remember to go back to it, right? And I would just stop. Okay, don't hyperventilate, just breathe, you need to get some wine, what do you need to get? And I would even write responses to myself in Facebook Messenger before I sent it to them. And every time, this is when I was learning, because I didn't know how to recruit, right? I would read it back to myself to see if there was any areas I could take out or if it was too wordy. So if you are a word vomiter, just slow down. Everything's going to be okay. And just make up the response, like send it in a message to yourself or type it in Word document or whatever the Mac equivalent is for that, I don't even know, and just slow down before you send it, okay? If your team has group chats, because my team has a lot of group chats, and you're really new to sponsoring and you're really nervous, you know what, maybe the first few, you're like, hey, here's I always say screenshot me what you said to them and what they said back, because I need to understand the context so I can help you with the reply, right? Screenshot it in the chat and say, hey, here's what I'm thinking of saying. Do you guys have any suggestions? Like, sometimes just having somebody tell you, you know what, push the button and send it, sometimes that's all you need, okay? So if you have group chats, or if your team doesn't do group chats, that's fine. Maybe you want to create them for your own team, okay? Another thing is always write these people down in your calendar. Always, 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 always. So, if somebody says, hey, I'm going to join on Friday, well, there's a few things you can do. If you've done everything you can to overcome the money obstacle, and they still aren't joining until Friday, write them down in your follow-up calendar so that when Friday comes, you can message them, okay? In the meantime, you can also ask them, hey, I'm super pumped to help you. Obviously, be super excited. Don't be like pizza coma like I am right now. Ask them, hey, are you interested in watching a few videos until Friday? I like to send a couple of Mama Sherry's videos. We don't sell mascara. Have you guys watched that one? Good video. If you have not watched it, you can find it on YouTube. And I also like to do the one about the sharing, not selling. The art of non-selling or something like that? Yes. I also like that one. So the reason I like that one is because a lot of people, they're like, well, I don't want to be a used car salesman. Well, honestly, if you are finding people's needs, you're putting out good content, you're not going to be that type of person. You're literally sharing your love. And so for that video, it puts a lot of new people at ease. They're like, oh, okay. It doesn't have to be like, $29 mascara, buy here, sale ending soon, website link, right? And then the other one, we don't sell mascara. She talks about how it's not just about money, which I also think is really powerful because our company, Unique, it's not just all about money. There is so much more happening here. I really hope that you guys can feel it. Brooke's story, Molly, Jenny, Lori, Marty, like I really hope you guys can feel that. And Lori talked about her passion for her team and her servant heart. It's beautiful. And I really hope that you guys feel that. Okay, so you can do that while you're waiting for people to sign up. Now, again, there is no magic. Guess what? I had somebody tell me they would sign up yesterday. I messaged her. She's a good friend. Did she sign up? No. So the point of that is people are going to tell you no. People are going to disappoint you all the time. Use the tools that you have. Use the systems that you have. Work your business consistently. And every time that you are knocked down, you get back up. Okay? And then when people are saying, hey, I'm going to join on Friday, I'm going to join on Thursday, don't ever consider it done until they join. So I've seen a lot of people make the mistake of, yeah, I have 2 people joining next week, so I'm just going to chillax. I think that's Housewives is on TV, and they just chill because they have 2 people joining. Those 2 people, honestly, probably aren't going to join. Maybe down the road, but they probably, honestly, that's just, it kind of is how it happens. I don't know how to explain it, it just is. Maybe they want us to shut up and stop talking, I don't know. They're like, yes, Brennan, stop talking. So, I did not know how to sponsor when I joined Unique. I would say I'm a fairly good sponsor considering I have almost 190 personally enrolled. I learned it because I watched YouTube videos. I listened to tips that other people shared. I worked my business consistently and I just never stopped. So my tip to you guys is get on YouTube every single spare second that you have. If you are wanting to grow your business, get on YouTube and watch as many videos as you can. Eric Worre and Matt Morris have some really good short ones to start out with. When I was new and I was beginning, Eric had this video and I have tried to find it and he has like 50,000 now. Then he talked about having faith in the business. And he talked about, if I don't believe that people can make money in this, I am going to have a really hard time ever sharing that vision with somebody else. And when you're new, you don't always have this massive success. But, good thing for you guys, you all know women now, from today, that have had success. So if you have to use their story, which is what Jenny was talking about, we're storytellers. If you have to use somebody else's story to share with someone, that's okay. You can say, you know, my friend Jenny, my friend Molly, things like that. But if you have seen somebody else be successful in the business, that also means that you can. So you have to first have belief in yourself. Okay? We've already talked a lot about planting seeds. You have to plant seeds every single day if you want to consistently harvest. Every single day. So, if you are going to send 15 messages, it's going to take you about 15 to 30 minutes. That is if you are overthinking it, you're not sure who you need to message, or you're really trying to personalize it, which is okay. You want to personalize it. But if you're sitting there and you're, well, I don't know if I should send this to her because she has a successful business, she's already a stay-at-home mom, I don't think she'd want to do this, and you're sitting there and you're overthinking and you're prejudging everybody, it's going to take a lot longer to send messages. The 15 messages is what's on that task list as a minimum each day. 5 product, 5 party, 5 presenters. That should take you around 15 minutes. Everybody has 15 minutes to fit into their day. Every single one of us, I promise. And I know some of you guys, okay, when I was 19, I lived in Tri-Cities. I had a full-time job at U.S. Bank Columbia Center. I worked at the Holiday Inn Express on Road 68 for 24 hours a week. So there we are, 64 hours a week. A couple of those shifts at Holiday Inn, 3 of them were overnight shifts, and I was also a full-time student. I didn't obviously have kids, but when I talk about, like, I know how to hustle, it's because of all of my experiences that I have had. Like, when you're working full-time, 8 to 5 throughout the week, you have 3 overnight shifts, and you have full-time college credits, that's a lot of just hustling, right? And I still could have found 15 minutes to fit in there, because I had time to talk to boys. So when I say, like, we all have 15 minutes to fit in, we really do. So I want you guys, here's your plan for the week. I want to give you guys a roadmap. We're going to do some Q&A. We're going to do like a little panel, okay? I want to give you guys a roadmap. If you do not have parties starting, you have to do that. You have to get some parties started. If you want to be successful, you don't like doing parties, you're going to have to do them anyway. So when I had those 60 parties and they weren't qualifying or whatever, my sponsor told me, she's like, just keep doing them. You just have to keep doing them. You don't like it, you just have to keep going. And so that's what I did. I didn't like doing parties. I didn't like posting in parties and nobody was commenting or buying or, you know, I didn't enjoy that. I still don't enjoy doing parties. But I can tell you, I enjoy standing up here and hearing girls on my team hearing their stories. And if I wouldn't have done parties and I wouldn't have worked my business every single day, they probably wouldn't be here. This whole table right here wouldn't be here and scattered throughout the room. All because what if I wouldn't have kept working my business, okay? So the picture is so much bigger than selling a foundation and making $9.75. The picture is so much bigger. If you need faith in your business, if you need faith in network marketing, if you need faith in Unique, get on YouTube, study some videos, get to events like today, get to convention, follow people on Facebook, like fill yourself up that it actually can be successful, and then go make yourself successful as well, okay? That's actually all in my notes. Shall we do the panel, guys?